Thank you for watching Ebony Ladies in the DR. I'm your host, Bridget. Bienvenidos a mi canal. Gracias por mirar. So lately, I have been getting surveys from Banco Popular. I got one from SAPIM. I got one from Central Medico. And I was like pleasantly surprised. I'm not sure why, but I was very surprised. And they were all in Spanish. My Spanish was good enough that I was able to understand the surveys and to really share and voice my opinion. Y'all know I like to speak out. I like to be a part of the community and just share my thoughts, good and bad. And so I was talking to some of my friends that are here that are expats as well. And all of them said they delete them. Why? Why are you deleting them? Did you do survey? Well, first of all, I know a lot of people that don't do surveys. They didn't do them in the States, and so they're not doing them here. But then I have just as many of the people that I asked said, yeah, I did surveys in the States, but I'm not doing them here because I don't speak Spanish. Yeah. Okay, even if you don't speak Spanish, what you need to do is translate. Just translate. We are all here leisurely. It's not many of us that are working online or have businesses or jobs here. So most of us have leisure time. So make it a project. Do the translation and answer the questions first, especially for SAPIM, because we have been here for 6 years, y'all. We had to pay a $500 deposit to show that we were going to be here, stay here, pay our utilities. And, that's what that was for. So, of course, when they gave me the option, if I wanted to add anything, y'all know what I added. I've been a paying customer, paid on time every month for 6 years. Can I have my deposit back? At least half of it, or you know what I'm saying? Why not? Can I get my deposit back? And so I did put that on there. And I am really happy with SAPIM, other than their high prices here in Kokota, because I've learned that our kilowatts per unit, or however that goes, is higher than some of the properties outside of Kokota. So I expressed my concern and my frustration with that, that we were paying more. And so I did. I let them know that I felt like electricity was a little bit expensive and that they should do better. And that they needed to expand the grid or allow a competitor to come in to cover all of the new bills and everything that has been going on. Because within the last, I think it was the last 2 months, we've seen two separate outages. One was like for 10 minutes. The other one may have been about 20 or 30 minutes, but it wasn't weather related. It was just the lights started to go dim, the Wi-Fi started circling, and everything, the power was just like low, low, low. And I already know that's about an overload on the grid, because they're constantly building, they're constantly adding so many apartments and so many villas. And just in Kokota alone, this last 2 years, I think they've delivered probably 4 or 5 full apartment units with at least 25 to 40 apartments. So think about the number of people that have been added to the grid only in Kokota. And the number of villas that have been built have all been on a massive scale. Nobody is building a small villa in Kokota. It seems like everybody's doing 4,000 plus square feet here in Kokota. So that was my opinions and my thoughts and comments that I gave for SAPIM. So it was about lowering the prices, okay, expanding the grid and giving me my deposit back. So I was really happy. So then on to my next one. It was Banco Popular. Banco Popular, I have no issues with. I do. The only issue I have is like randomly my app will stop working. And because I originally opened up my Banco Popular account with a passport and not a cedula, and I haven't changed that, it doesn't allow me to get a token. If anybody knows Banco Popular, it uses Banco Popular, the app, then you know what the token and all of that is about. So that is my only frustration, because then I would not be able to go in and check my account and see how my money is doing and check out and do things I need to do online. I would have to go into the branch, which, I mean, live a leisurely lifestyle. So that's just like, hey, we're going to go to Jumbo today because we always go to that Bank of Public because we like that one. But it was an opportunity for me to say about the token that, I know what the feedback is going to be. Just come in and change your paperwork from your passport to your cellular. And I just don't feel like doing all of that, John. I just don't. And it's my own fault. So I really can't complain. But yeah, that's it. That's the only complaint. Other than that, Banco Popular, that's why I recommend it when people ask me about which bank should they use or which bank should they open an account with. For me, hands down, every time is Banco Popular. It's been our bank from day one. 6 years, y'all. That has been our bank and never had an issue. My money is always transferred, and they're on time within the time frame that they tell me. I've never had an issue. I don't have a debit card because I didn't use a debit card in the United States. I like to go and get my money. So I have issues with Banco Popular, and I like the little free coffee, even though I don't drink coffee. Devlin does, but we go in and they wait and they come around and actually, if you want some coffee or water, I love that. I love the service, and I've never had anybody at any of the Banco Popular branches. I do go to the other ones when I have to. I've never had one person be rude to me. They may be slow, but they are always gonna say, how you doing, hello, how can I help you, with a smile. I have never ever had one person at Banco Popular be rude to me, and so I was happy to add that as well on my survey. All right, and my last survey was Central Medical, and y'all know that's my hospital. Is right up here. I don't know if they consider Central Medical in Friuso or on that side of the freeway, if they consider it El Cortecito. I don't know, but y'all know what Central Medical is. So, have I had any issues with Central Medical? I really haven't. So, I went through the survey and made sure the words I didn't understand, I did the translation, but I answered the survey. I love the doctors. I have seen specialists. I've had issues in the 6 years that I've been here. I have my primary care doctor. I can message him right now on WhatsApp and he will respond back. So, I have not had any issues with Central Medical other than the prices. They don't send you any type of emails or any alerts or any warnings or anything, notifications that the copay is going to go up. And I don't know, should that be coming from Universal, our insurance company, or should those increases and things like that be coming from Central Medical? So I would appreciate a notification, because I don't go running around unless I have a full day of activities with a whole lot of extra cash. So if I know my copay is regularly this, I might only have 100 or 200 extra pesos on me to go and do my wellness check, or go and, because I know what the things cost. But if I get there and the price is up over 500 pesos or whatever, I'm like, oh, I got to go walk to the car, because I always have a little bit of extra money in the car. Go to the car and get some money so that I can take care of it. But that only happened once. So now I take double the amount because the prices of the copays have been going up. So on that particular survey, Central Medical, I did voice that concern, and I said, if it's not you, accept my apology. If it's Universal, let Universal know. They need to send some notifications when the prices are going up. But other than that, I have never really had any issues. One girl at the counter, she'll get a little frustrated if you don't understand her 100-mile-per-hour Spanish and have to ask her to slow down, and she'll kind of give you a side eye. And then we want to go get somebody who speaks English. No, ma'am, I speak Spanish. Let's do this. You just need to slow down. So those are the surveys I have been getting. I have been enjoying the surveys. And y'all know, you always get the survey when you leave in and out of the Dominican Republic for the e-ticket survey. I love it. I always do it. And every time I comment, yes, I will be back. But what is something they could improve on? every single time. I talk about the high prices of the restaurants on the beach, and I talk about the traffic, and the potholes and the flooding. So the more and more we do that, because I don't know if they can differentiate between tourists versus locals on those surveys. So I always answer it like I'm a tourist, and so that maybe it'll carry a little bit more weight, and they will do something about these flooded areas, do something about these potholes, do something about these people that just do not obey traffic laws here in the Dominican Republic. So, guys, yes, if you are not a survey person, and I know it may drive them mad because when we're watching YouTube and they do the surveys in between, I do those surveys too. So I do surveys because I feel like, my voice counts and you should too. So when you get the surveys, don't delete them. Make that your little Spanish lesson project for the day. Do the translations and answer the surveys because y'all, if enough people do it, we can make a difference. Everybody can make a difference. So just let your voice be heard. That is it for today, y'all. That's my episode. Don't forget, regular episodes are every Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And every day, turn on your notification bell so you can get your daily tip from an expert. All right, that's it. See y'all next week. Oh, see y'all tomorrow on the daily tip. Peace.